All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. As you see, this video is made specifically for those who they are adult, and there is a specific language which is not good for some viewers. So if you don't like to hear, and if you are a case sensitive, please leave. I hope we made it clear. If you are a person who get offended, or you don't like to hear certain languages, or if you are under the age, please leave and don't watch the rest of the video. Peace of Christ to all. And before I start, I apologize for this topic, but I have to. I mean, it's not my favorite really, but I have to. You know, always there is somebody he have to clean the garbage in your street, and sadly it's me. You know, always we hear the Muslims try to present themselves as a religious who believe in something conservative. Many of you, always when we say Muslim women, you remember right away the burqa, and you think of the burqa as a sign of oppression, and it is. But Islam is not a burqa. Islam is not a hijab. Islam is more than that. What people think about Islam, usually, it's far away from what Islam is about. Even those who knows, let us say, they study for good time Islam, they don't really have a good idea still. So today we are going to clear some issues. After like 15 or 20 minutes from now, I'm going to open my Skype, and every Muslim who have the courage and the knowledge is welcome to call me as usual. Somebody saying in Arabic here, I don't know if I can put his comment. Let me go there. This Muslim, he said here in the text, "Mu mithl nisa'akum banatu hawa." He is saying, not like your girls are prostitute. My friend, prostitution is halal in the Quran, and the prostitution is forbidden in the Bible. So let us get you busted as we start. If we go in the Quran, you see, when a Muslim he speak, we are not prostitute like your daughters. He is just a liar, because prostitution is legally, officially halal in Islam. Let's go and see. You can call me in 15 minutes. You know what? If you want, I will open my Skype for you right now, and you can call me if you're there. The Quran have a specific verse, and only one verse, about al-bagha, which means prostitution. Chapter 24, which is a chapter of prostitution, say the following: "And let those who find not the mean of marrying abstain till God enrich them of his bounty. Those your right hand owned." I mean, this translation is weird. This is translation of who? I don't know. But anyway, read with me this part here. Read and laugh. This verse is made because a lot of Muslims, they open pimp houses. They open pimp houses, and business was booming. Muslim women, they start complaining that the husband is not even sleeping with them no more, because there's a lot of beautiful women in town who they are kidnapped from their family and their husband, and they are forced into prostitutions. So Muhammad, he cannot make his men angry, and he don't want to look like he is a pimp too. But look what he did. "And constrain not your slave girls to prostitution, if they desire to live in a chastity." Do you see the legalizing of prostitution? So you bring a prostitute, you say to her, and she is your slave girl, she have no, she's not free anyway to accept or not to accept. I mean, she is your slave. She is literally your slave. And then you say, force not your girls to do prostitution if they desire chastity. According to Islam, a man who owns a slave, he can exchange slaves for sex, which means if you have a nice slave and I have a nice slave, I am bored with my sixth slave, so I can exchange my slave with you. But now this is different level of prostitution. You can rent a woman for sex, and this woman is a slave, which means the one who get paid is the owner, not the slave girl. The slave girl is just a slave. She herself is owned by the owner. So look what Muhammad he said. Are you there, the Abdul who said we are not the same as your women, prostitute? This is who you are. Show me a verse in the Bible that says you can do prostitution. So now if we find a Muslim, he owns slaves and he is using them for prostitution, the Quran says to him, force not your girls to do prostitution if they desire chastity. So if she agree, it's 100% halal. If she agree, it is legally 100% halal. If she don't agree, Allah is all forgiving and Allah is all merciful, which means it doesn't matter. Do you see it? There's no penalty, there's no punishment, it is halal. So why you lie and you say not like your women who they are prostitution? Your religion is Amakin Hawa, my friend. He's saying we open prostitution places in your countries. It doesn't matter you open it in our country or in your country, still you are a pimp. So thank you very much for agreeing. And you are saying now in Arabic that yes, we open prostitution houses. مين اللي يفتح أماكن هوا؟ Go, my friend. I don't want to insult people. I mean, go. You want to go to Egypt, my friend. Go to Egypt. Go to Tunisia. Go to Morocco. Go to Algeria, Emirat, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia. They ban women from Tunisia, from Morocco, from Algeria to come if they don't have a man with them, and you know why, right? Egyptian Muslim men, they marry 4 prostitutes, they go to Mecca, they open a pimp house, and because now the husband is with them, so men can come in and come get out. Do I need to remind you of the prostitution company which is called the limousine in Saudi Arabia? In Saudi Arabia, after many years of operation, the Saudi government, they have no choice but to shut down a limousine company, because this limousine company became so big to the point became so much impossible to hide what they do. You call the limousine if you are a girl or a boy, it doesn't matter. If you are a woman, you want a boy, you tell them what kind of a driver you like. You want him from Al Bosnia as an example, a blonde guy with the blue eyes, or you want in the limousine a girl from Al Bosnia who is a blonde and she is beautiful, and the sex will be done in the limousine. Now, I'm not going to judge Islam by what Muslims do. I will judge Islam by Islam, because it's still not everyone, you know, I mean, people do things, you know what I mean? I don't want to judge Muhammad by a Muslim who opened a pimp company. This is not the right way to do it. But as you see, this is Quran. The Quran of Allah, the God of Islam, the conservative God, he says you can have a pimp house as long the women she agree to be a sex slave for you. She is a slave already, but if she agree to do this business, it's fine. However, if you don't, if she don't agree, still it's fine. Allah is all forgiving. There's no penalty. Now we continue. Let me open Skype. Maybe a Muslim wanna call me, just in case. You never know. And please, only Muslims you can call. If you are a Christian, I will hang up on you immediately. Only Muslims can call. All right. Our Skype is open for Muslims to call. Then, if we ask ourselves, what is conservative mean? I mean, is it conservative to wear burqa? Or conservative is someone who follow certain rules which make it too much difficult for him to do something wrong, supposedly. Islam is far away from anything is called conservative. All what Islam does, it legalize adultery, legalize prostitution, legalize everything forbidden in Judaism and Christianity. And we will prove it to you, one by one. As an example, what is adultery in Islam? Who is a Muslim can call me and give us definition for adultery? In the Bible, Jesus said, if a man he wish a woman just by looking at her by his eyes, just by looking, he committed adultery. That's it. So what adultery in Islam? Any Muslim can tell us? Because you see, the problem is there's many Christians, they think that we and Muslims, we share the same value, or we share the same thing. Okay, Christianity forbid adultery, Islam forbid adultery. That's absolutely a big fat lie. Islam never forbid adultery. What Islam does, Islam use the word adultery but allow it under different, let us say, cover. And we'll give you many examples. A man, his name Hassan al-Tammar, or Nabhan al-Tammar, sorry. He came to the Prophet and he said to him, yesterday I met a woman, you know, and I did with her everything the man he do except intercourse. The Prophet said, maybe her husband is is doing jihad. Muhammad said, not me. Maybe her husband is doing jihad. The man, he just admitted that he did everything with this woman, with no exception. And Muhammad, he did not even rebuke the man, saying to him, shame on you. He said to him, don't worry. This is, you know, this is nothing. This is lemon, you know. And the Quran in front of us is full of stories. But I am waiting for a Muslim to give me a call and tell me if we are lying here. Did we say any lie? Muslims, did we say any lie? Any Muslim want to give us a call? In Islam, there is two kinds of sin. There is big sin. In Arabic, they call it fawahish. And there is something, they call it lemam. Lemam. What is lemam? If I tell you what lemam is, you will not believe it. Lemam in Islam, if you bring a woman, she is married, the same as Nabhanu Tammar. Actually, you know what? Let us go and see the interpretation for this verse. Chapter 53, verse number 32. Give me a second. We open the book of Tafsir. All right. Again, uh, my Skype is open in case a Muslim would like to call. And again, only Muslims. All right. Okay, let's go here. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. Who is a Muslim want to give me a call and tell me which interpretation you'd like me to read for you? Which one? At-Tabari, Zamakhshari, At-Tabrasi, Al-Razi, Al-Qurtubi, Ibn Kathir. Which one you like? Ibn Kathir? Al-Qurtubi? What do you think? Any Muslim would like to give us a call? Who is a Muslim is proud about his religion? Wanna give us a call? Nobody? Nobody. Nobody know, nobody know, nobody know, nobody, nobody, nobody dear, nobody there, nobody there, nobody. This is Tafsir al-Qurtubi, be my witness. Al-Qurtubi interpretation written in the year 671 after Hijrah, which means after Muhammad announced himself to be a prophet, and he did Hijrah, which means immigration. And this is the story. In red, I like it in red. It's like sound Victoria's Secret, fit perfectly with the topic. And I challenge any Muslim to say, I'm lying. Let me be sure that you guys, you can read the whole text. Now I think it's better. Yeah. إن هذه الآية نزلت في رجل كان يسمى نبهان التمار. Oh, you know what? As long the text is in red, let us change the color of the pen. Let us make it blue. Islam is going to blow your mind. إن هذه الآية نزلت في رجل كان يسمى نبهان التمار كان له حانوت يبيع فيه تمرا فجاءته امرأة تشتري منه تمرا فقال لها إن داخل الدكان ما هو خير من هذا فلما دخلت راودها فأبت وانصرفت فندم نبهان فأتى رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال يا رسول الله ما من شيء يصنعه الرجل إلا وقد فعلته إلا الجماع فقال لعل زوجها غاز. Translation. This verse came down in a man, his name is Nabhan al-Tammar, and he have a store where he sell palm tree fruits, which mean date. A woman, she came to him. A woman, she came to him, and he said to her, get inside. Get inside. We have a lot better inside. So she got in. And when she got in, he tried to do intercourse with her, but she refused. And she left. But that does not mean he did not do everything. Hold on. He did everything except intercourse. And then he came to the Prophet, and he was sorry for what he did. And he said to the Messenger of Allah, O Messenger of Allah, nothing a man can do with the women I did not do except intercourse. The Prophet said, maybe her husband is going to do jihad. So Allah, He sent down this ayah. And what this ayah saying? Allah forgive all sin except al-fawahish, which means this is lamam. The Rasulullah, he says to him, this is lamam. Don't worry, be happy, this is lamam. And look what he said. That, and this is mentioned in Hud. And he said, قال ابن مسعود وأبو سعيد والخدري وحذيفة ومسروق إن اللمم ما دون الوطأ من القبلة والغمزة والنظرة والمضاجعة. What is al-lamam? Al-lamam is anything except being intercourse, like kissing, punching, like that. Let's say you see a woman, you grab her bum, look, or even laying down with her. Even if you lay down, as long you don't have to intercourse, which means you are naked, she is naked, you are playing with her private part, she is playing with your private part, you are kissing, you are touching, it doesn't matter. This is all is called lamam. This is not adultery in Islam. And there's no punishment for it. And not only that, Muhammad, he said that adultery human being he does, it is not a choice. Allah, He is the one who decide that you should be an adulteress. Read the hadith with me. This is Sahih Muslim. Muhammad said, verily, verily, Allah has fixed the very partition of adultery which a man will indulge. Am I saying it correctly? Excuse my French. Which mean Allah, He wrote for you the exact amount of adultery you will do in your lifetime. It's not a choice you choose or not. Like, you know, if I see a woman and I sleep with her, it's not me who choose that. Allah, He wrote that for me. It's a fate. It is a fate. Do you understand, guys, what I'm saying? It is indulge. Okay, indulge. All right. Thank you for correcting me, my friend. I like my Chinese, but in English, I'm not good. I want to know, you know, I met a Chinese in China. He's a Muslim. So I said to him, Assalamu alaikum. He said, how you say that? I said, what do you mean? The one you said. I said, what? He said, say it again. I said, Assalamu alaikum. He said, I could not pronounce that correctly. You know, his English is really but anyway, those Muslims, they have no idea what Islam is about. The second they see somebody speak Arabic, they think he's God. Like, whoa, what you said, what you just said. And now look at this disaster. Muhammad, he claimed that don't worry, be happy. The sin you do, the adultery you do, is not your adultery, is adultery of Allah. Because Allah has fixed a very partition of adultery which a man will indulge, as somebody taught me just now how to say it, and which is necessity, and which he of necessity must commit. You see necessity? You guys, do you see what I'm talking about? So Islam have an understanding that it is a necessity written to you in your fate by Allah. Allah, can you please write more necessity for me about adultery, brother Allah? Thank you very much. If we call Zakir Naik and we ask him what Muhammad is talking about, he will say the following. But hold on, we cannot call him right away. We have to call him and make the phone ring 3 times. Tererin, tererin. Tererin, tererin. Tererin, tererin. Assalamu alaikum. I told you 1 billion times, don't call me. I give up. I'm going to commit suicide because of you. Why you keep saying to me? I am the only one to call. Brother Zakir Naik, you are the only scholar with a beard. MashaAllah, your beard is so good, brother. We have a question nobody can answer except you and the Prophet for sure. Okay, go ahead, brother. The Prophet said that Allah, he wrote a partition of adultery for each one of us, and he said that it is a necessity and must commit. Can you explain, please? Okay, each one of us, Allah, he wrote in his book how much necessity of adultery is going to write. As an example, you go in the beach and you find a woman, she is wearing a bikini. You think you are looking, but it's Allah who wrote your fate long time before you exist. That the woman, she walk in the bikini and you look at her ass. May Allah ask you. Do you understand? So you are saying to me, I go to the beach and there's a woman, she is walking there and she is wearing a bikini, and I look at her bum, and that is written in the book of Allah. Is that correct? Absolutely correct. Because Allah wrote your fate, and it is necessity that you have to look and you have no choice. But why Allah will do that? I mean, why Allah want to make me do such a thing against my will? Everything in the hand of Allah. As an example, today I ate falafel. Do you think this is my choice? Absolutely not. I like to eat shrimp, but Allah, he wrote in my fate I will eat falafel. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you, Dr. Zakir Naik, for the advice, and we appreciate your time. This is a religion? This is a religion? I am doing adultery because Allah wrote in my fate a necessity amount of adultery I must commit. I'm going to go and steal the book of Allah, and I will try to take the pages of a Trump, because obviously Trump, when he was doing adultery, when he was a playboy, is written by Allah. Allah, he wrote in his book. Trump, he is going to sleep with who? Let me decide. With the prostitute from Los Angeles. That's mean that even prostitute, they became prostitute because Allah, he made them prostitute. Because if he is the one who wrote you for you the portion of adultery you do, that's mean he written for her too what she would do. Correct, guys? Do you understand? Guys, are you following with me? As long Allah is writing for us the portion of adultery, which is a necessity and a must to commit, that means a prostitute, she is a prostitute because Allah, he wrote a partition, a fixed partition, a very partition of adultery for her, which she have to do, which is necessity and a must to commit. What kind of religion this religion is? Do we have any Muslim would like to call us? Again, let me warn those who they are joining us. The topic today is a very, 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 very over limit. So if you are a case sensitive, if you are young like me, please don't hesitate to leave, because we did not start yet. This is hello. The disgusting stuff is coming. I'm warning you, I did even not start yet. What you will hear after that, it's really, really bad. Yeah, young like me, what do you think? How old I am? Come on. You know, my mom is 17. Because her mother, she's an Arabian lady, she cursed her when she said she was 17, and she used Islamic curse. She said to her, may Allah cut your age, and since then did she never grow? But it's a miracle. It's a miracle, brother. I don't know how your mother is old. I mean, my mother is 17, so there's no way I'm going to be older than my mother. That will be Islamic science. Now we continue. Okay, now everybody is focusing on my age. They forgot the topic. I mean, do you see how easy to make people forget the topic? Focus with me, focus with me. You know, my age is not important. I have a brain in the age of 2000 years, and this is what does count. When Muhammad, he made such a claim that adultery is written by Allah, and at the end of the day, the only adultery is counted is adultery of intercourse. That's mean Muhammad, he just gave you a drugs, saying to you that every human being, he have his share of adultery written by Allah, so don't worry, be happy. Now, things getting more complicated. Things is getting more complicated. If we go in the Quran, there's a verse in the Quran, chapter 25, verse number 52. It says, وَجَعَلْنَاهُ نَسَبًا وَصِهْرًا. And again, we challenge Muslims to call us and say we are lying. All right. Chapter 25, verse number 54. And it is he who created of water a moral and made him kindred of a blood and marriage. Okay. Maybe this verse doesn't say much for you. Maybe it's not really saying too much details. But for those who knows knowledge or who have knowledge about the cult of Islam, they have different idea. And because we don't like to make things up as Muslims they do and fabricate things, it's not true. Let us go to the book of interpretation, chapter 25, verse number 54. Sorry, not 52. Let us go here. Chapter 25. All right. I will read for you something you never maybe heard before except from me, if you are an old customer. It says here the following, and again I challenge any Muslim to call me and to say I am lying. And again, this is the official government of the Kingdom of Jordan. This is Tafsir al-Jami' li Ahkam al-Quran by Al-Imam al-Qurtubi. And this is the website address. I can show you down at the end. You can go actually to contact here. You know, you go to English just to show you what we are talking about. This is a very official government website owned by the King of Jordan himself. Now, come on, why it's not opening? We click at English, it's not opening. Okay, forget it, the King of Jordan. We don't want your English. Forget it. Man. It says, فَجَعَلَهُ نَسَبًا وَصِهْرًا. He made it as lineage by marriage. And he continues saying, lineage by marriage meaning, and marriage meaning, all those who have relationship between two human. Ibn al-Arabi said, Ibn al-Arabi is one of the biggest scholars for Islam. النسب عبارة عن خلط الماء بين الذكر والأنثى على وجه الشرع. Lineage happen only if a mixed water between the women and the female, the male and the female, according to the Sharia law, which means it is not considered relationship legal unless it is according to Sharia law. Okay, and if it was out of the Sharia law, which means out of marriage, it was just a reproduction or creation, and there is no lineage from it. There's no lineage from it. Therefore, it doesn't go under his statement, which means Allah's statement, حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمْ أُمَّهَاتُكُمْ وَبَنَاتُكُمْ. It's forbidden for you, your mothers and your daughters. What does that mean? What does that mean? That is very dangerous. Look what he will say next. In chapter 4, verse number 23, بِنْتُهُ مِنَ الزِّنَا. Translation. Therefore, because this is not from marriage, relationship between a male and a female out of marriage, therefore, that relationship does not go under what it says in chapter 4, verse 23, it's forbidden for you, your mothers and your daughters. Because his daughter from adultery, she is not his daughter. And according to the most accurate opinion of Islam and the most accurate opinion of the religion. And therefore, as long there is no legal lineage by marriage, so it's not forbidden for a Muslim to commit adultery with his daughter and the mother of his daughter. Any Muslim? Any Muslim have a comment? You notice always Muslims, they call us, you say, do you know that Lut, he had sex with his daughters? They keep talking about it. The Bible in the story of Lut reporting a story of two girls who they have sex with their father because there's no people around them. They want to survive. The purpose was not sex. However, it's not God who told them to do that. If I do something, I cannot justify it. The Bible is being honest, reporting story as it is. And this is a proof that the Muslims, they lie when they say that the Bible is corrupt, because if this is a shameful thing, why the Jews did not take it? The girls, they did. You know what happened with the website collapse? The girls, they did that with their father. It's not God say to them, hey girls, go and do it. There's a huge difference between this and that. If I do something, it is me who is responsible for what I do. In Islam, obviously, nothing of what you do, even you are responsible, because Islam is a stupid cult. How in the world you can accept that you can have sex with your daughter, and because she is not your daughter from marriage, therefore she is your daughter from a blood, so you can have sex with her? Look like the website collapse. You see, guys, what you did. Allah is upset. Allah don't want me to show you more and more. What happened to the website? It's not working now. Let us see. Oh boy. All right, now it's working. Any Muslim have a comment? My friend, call me only if you are a Muslim. Hello? Hello? Okay, if you have kids around you, don't call me. If you cannot have and maintain a quiet room, around you, don't call me. The beach. So please maintain certain things so we can speak to you. So as you see, this is what Islam teach, and I challenge again any Muslim to show and to say Christian Prince is lying to you. And I prefer if a Muslim who speak Arabic can call us and read for us. If there's any Muslim want to do that. Again, don't call me unless you are a Muslim. Do we have any Muslim? What kind of cult allowed you to have sex with your daughter just because she is daughter out of marriage? Anyone? Any Muslim want to give me a call? How you legalize this? You know, explain to me. You say you Muslim, you say you are conservative. Here we go. This is why if you are a Muslim woman, if you are a woman and you have a boyfriend, let us say there's some people don't care for religion and they believe in something called boyfriend and girlfriend, which is very stupid. And for me, I don't find it really real. It just poor people fooling at each other and using each other, you know. But in the case of a Muslim, if you have a boyfriend, he's a Muslim, and later he made you pregnant, according to his religion, he have no problem whatsoever to have sex with you and his daughter. Because according to Islam, she is not considered as daughter. As simple as that. Daughter in Islam or son is someone is born of a marriage. Do we have any Muslim on a call? Who is a Muslim? He is proud about what is written in his book. Mayday, Mayday. No Muslim. So we have like 700 people, not even one Muslim. There's no way. Already we have 6 dislike. That's mean at least there is 6 Muslims are watching. At least. Let us continue. And again, warning, warning, we did not start yet. We did not start yet. Which means what we will show you is more disgusting. We did not start yet. Let us continue. What I will talk about. What I will talk about. I mean, what a topic. Islam believe that sexuality is not necessarily something you do with someone else. I mean a human. Muslims, they believe that you can have or you can have intercourse with watermelon. No, we will go later about those. Let us focus in more. You know, the Quran speak about the breast of the women, etc., the sexual things, the virgins, their vagina never been, you know, nobody put his nose there, blah blah blah. Okay, but let us go to more stuff. This is an Islamic website. This is Shia website speaking about Sunni morality. Supposedly the Shia, they are better. So you see, they expose each other. Shia versus Sunni. But however, both of them, they are quoting an accurate reference. So it doesn't matter really if it's a Shia website or not. Second example of Sunni morality, Sunni ulama, which mean scholars, they make it legal to use a dildo. To use a dildo, female sex toy. Read with me. This is Ibn al-Qayyim, one of the highest, the top scholars for the Muslim Sunni. He wrote, if a woman does not have a husband and her lust becomes strong, then some of our scholars say it is a principle, permissible for the women to take a crumpage. A crumpage, actually it says in the hadith there, which is a piece of leather worked until it become in the shape of a penis and inserted in herself. She may also use a cucumber. I will never ever take a cucumber from a Muslim house. I just warn you. It might be used and abused. So it is a principle for Muslim women to use that, but this is not really a big deal. I don't find, like, I mean, come on, this is nothing. Let us go to something more sensitive. I will switch, as long we are talking about sex toys, I will switch to a different story which is higher. Actually, I'm going to use this article written by brother Sam Shamoun, but I do not need really his article. I need the translation for the hadith, which I taught everybody about it. Nobody was even aware of this. The hadith here is in front of us. Hadith on Sahih Muslim, hadith number 003, number 0684. You can read the hadith, but let us read the interpretation for the hadith. That will save us our time. Our companion says, let us see if we can make the text bigger so you guys can read it better, because yeah, I think this is better. Man, this is big, so big. Is the text showing, guys, all of it? I think, yeah. Read with me. Our companion have said, if the penal head, and again, before we continue, please, this is a very sensitive video. If you are a person who is going to be offended, please leave. Take it or leave it. All right? So if you just join us, please leave if you don't like to watch and see this. Our companion have said that if the penal head has penetrated a woman anus or a man anus or an animal vagina or it is anus, it is necessarily to wash. Man, you see how clean this religion is? I mean, look, they're focusing now in what? They are focusing you should wash. I mean, you tell me they are not clean? What's wrong with you? Let us go slowly again. What the scholar teaching the Muslims now is what to do after sex, but sex with who? If the penal head penetrated a woman anus or a man anus or an animal vagina or it is anus, it is necessarily to wash whether the one being penetrated is alive or dead. What? Alive or dead. Some of you might be saying this is cannot be real. Right? A Muslim scholar not long time ago He made a fatwa that a Muslim man, he can have sex with his wife even if she is dead. Even if she is dead. You can search in Google sex, you know, um, with dead wife fatwa. As you see the news. I'm not going to show the whole, news, but this is the headline. The issue of sexual intercourse with wives arose, etc., etc., but it's speaking here about a dead wife. A dead wife. Why Muslims, they don't have a problem with having sex with dead wife? Because simply Islam make it a principle for them to do so. The guy is not creating his own, story. This is what Islam teach, and he is a sheikh. He is just teaching the Muslims what it is about. So why he will be ashamed? There's no problem. This is Islam. Some scholars, they say you can have a sex with your wife if she is dead, but not more than 7 hours after that. Some they say 6. Some they say it doesn't matter really, even if she is dead for a day. Who cares? She is your halal. So when we speak about Islam, we speak about something you guys totally do not know. Behind the veil, there's all kind of disgusting belief. They try to present to you Islam as a religion where women are, they are, like respected supposedly. Women are, we make them wear burqa because we protect them, not because women is a sex object, not because anything, women, that's it. That's what people believe about Islam. Islam must be a conservative religion. Sex toys in Islam is halal, legally, officially. Having sex with animals, Muhammad, a Muslim, he will say to me, Muhammad, he said that if a man have sex with an animal, the man and the animal, they should be killed. But as I know, that cannot be true. Why? The only solution for this, that obviously Muhammad was copying something from different book. The prophet he used to copy. Actually, one of you actually remind me of this hadith. The prophet used to copy the people of the scriptures matter in which there is no order from Allah. So it was it was lawful for Muslims to do all those stuff. And then Muhammad, when he want to make himself look like legitimate with the Jews, he says, okay, I will follow what you say. But as you see, the Muslims after Muhammad's death, still they are practicing sexuality with animals. And actually this hadith itself is very fishy, and I believe this hadith itself is speaking about Muhammad himself having sex with animal. Because if you read the hadith, which the Muslim tried to make it look like speaking about having sex with the wife, but it cannot be about a wife, because look what the hadith says, that the prophet said, translation, okay. All right, where is the hadith itself? Anyway, the hadith itself says that when you do bang bang between her 4 legs, shi'abiha al-arba, the Muslim, they say shi'abaha does not mean legs. Shi'ab, simply shi'ab, like in Arabic. If you see like 4, let us say, if you see like something like roads in the valley, this is shi'ab. You know, like if you look at the mountain, you see like a road here, road there. Even they are not natural, like, you know, where the rain come, where it's, this is shi'ab. So when Muhammad, he says, when you do it between her four shi'ab, four parts, you tell me which women have four parts. Have you ever heard of a woman she have four parts? Me myself, I never heard of. And then when we go and read the interpretation for the hadith, which is made by the scholar, Al-Imam al-Nawawi is one of the highest scholars of Islam, and nobody can even discuss that. And he says to us that explaining this hadith is speaking about if a woman penetrated, if a man, his penile penetrated a woman anus, or a man anus, or an animal vagina, or anus, a dead or old, then we need to ask what is the relationship between the hadith and having sex with animal vagina or anus, or even men anus. What is the connection between them? Why you are explaining this to me? And then the story is not over yet. And really, I like what the Muslim says here, whether it was done intentionally or not intentionally. I mean, how in the world your penis end in the anus of a dead man, not intentionally? How the penis of a man he end in a vagina or an anus of an animal, not intentionally? What does that mean? Like you were behind the goat and the goat suddenly stopped and you were running? Like an accident? And then it says here, whether it is done willfully or forcefully. This is also applied. What do you mean forcefully? So now you are worried about a rape. You are telling the guy, the rapist, after you rape the women, you have to wash? Is that your concern now? The guy, he just raped a goat, and now you are saying to him you have to wash. And also this is apply if a woman places a male member inside her while the man is asleep. Oh boy. I better go. Whether the penis is erect or not. I mean, this is science. Whether the penis circumcised or uncircumcised. Look at the details. I mean, come on. Even if they are going to go like circumcised, because what if it's not circumcised? Huh? What we would do now? Huh? What we will do? Should we wash or not? I mean, look at this. This is science. It doesn't matter, brother. It's circumcised or not. All these situations require that a person committed that act. One act committed must wash himself, unless the person committing the act or a person act committed on a young male or female. I mean, if those people, they are saying you can have sex with dead or alive, I mean, why we are surprised? Alive or dead? Let us continue. I will skip because the story is long and all of it is disgusting. But let us go to the most stupid things. If a woman insert in her vagina an animal penis, an animal what? She inserted what? A Muslim sister wearing burqa, she is inserting an animal penis, she must wash. And if she insert a detached penis, what? And look what he says. If she inserted an animal penis or a detached penis, there is two opinion in this case. Ew. This is science. This is, somebody call Einstein for me. Please, somebody call Einstein. I mean, Einstein, where are you? When Einstein was thinking what to do, what to discover, the Muslims, they were thinking about solution for a detached penis and animal penis. And the most correct opinion that she must wash. Man, thank you. Oh, here we go. We got the conclusion. So if a Muslim woman sister, she inserted an animal penis or a detached penis. What do you mean detached? You cut it off? You go to the donkey, you cut his penis and you bring it home? What do you mean by detached penis? Let us continue. Again, if you don't like our topic, please leave. If you are a person his feeling get hurt, you better go home. This is a very sensitive topic. I'm warning you. So we continue. The morality of the Muslims. Example of the morality of Muslims having sex with watermelon. You see, watermelon have a duty in all countries around the world is different from the duty in Islamic countries. Third example of the Sunni morality, having sex with watermelon. If a man makes a hole in a watermelon or a piece of dough or leather skin or a statues, we should guard the freedom statues of New York. Don't put Muslims around. And has sex with it, then this is the same as have said about our type of masturbation, i.e. that is halal. In the same circumstances given before, which as before being in a journey. Okay, you are in a journey, you see a status, you are going in Italy, you see a status for Caesar, for Caesar. So what do? Have sex with the status. His penis, the Muslim women, she see the penis of Caesar is naked. Okay, halal, it is halal. In fact, it is easier than masturbating with one hand. Thank you for the advice, the love guru. uh, Islam is very conservative, we have to admit. Come on. Even watermelon have a place for sex in this religion. And here the Shia guy, Shia cleric, he is questioning the Sunni about how to do that to the watermelon. So because guys, the Shia and the Sunni, they fight about morality. Each one of them, he expose each other about morality, but both of them, they have the same garbage anyway. So look what this guy, he have some smart questions to the Muslim Sunni about having sex with watermelon. He said, all Muslims should certainly be grateful to Ibn al-Qayyim, which is a big scholar for the Sunni, has offered his advice on the easiest way to masturbate, and clearly Ibn al-Qayyim has done a lot of personal research in this issue, which means he has sex with the watermelon. This is the ruling of the saved sect, because the Muslim Sunni says we are the saved sect, the rest are bad, and they are the majority of Muslim, remember. Contracting temporarily marriage with a woman is haram, but contracting temporarily marriage with watermelon is halal. What? What? Ah. And then the author or the scholar he have some questions, and he said the following. And remember, those are not my questions, I'm just reading with you. Well, it seemed that Nasibi, the Muslim Shia, they call the Sunni Nasibi, which means the one who hate the family of Ali, and the children of Ali. Will seem like Sunni logic, having sex with as many women as one can afford is utterly immoral, but having sex with as many watermelon a man he can afford is not. The Shia, the Muslim Sunni, they say to the Shia, oh, if you have money, you can have sex muta as much as you want, which means you can hire women for sex as many as you want. There's no limit. But this is not only for the Shia. The Sunni do that. The Sunni, they are allowed to have 4 women at the same time, and there's no limit of divorcing them. You can divorce 4 and marry 4 after 1 minute, after 2 seconds. And you can divorce the new 4 after 15 minutes or 1 minute if you want. Have sex with them and divorce them and get a new 4. There's no limit. So both they practice the same thing, but this guy here is being smart, supposedly saying to them, so you are saying it is not right that you can have sex with as many women you can afford, but having sex with as many watermelon you can afford is fine, huh? Is that what you are saying to me? And then he says, let us ask him some questions about the wisdom of having sex with watermelon. There's, or sorry, ahkam, which means the rules of having sex with watermelon. Are there any conditions of the age of the watermelon? My friend, in Islam there's no age even for a child to have sex with. So why an age? Why watermelon she will have an age? For an example, is it allowed to perform a marriage with intent to divorce a newly grown watermelon? Or must one wait until the watermelon is 9 years old? They are comparing what Muhammad did to Aisha to the watermelon. That's a good discussion. That's a good discussion. You see it? Must it be a biased watermelon, or it's a principle to contract marriage with intent to divorce with watermelon, what that is known to go around? Which means a watermelon which is being screwed by many men. Excuse my language. Unbelievable. Where is the resource? He have the resource in front of you, all of it. Everything you see here is is backed up. This is a Shia website. This is not my website. You see the resource for what they are saying. This is their books. There's the reference, and then they give you the comment, and they are translating for you. Fourth example of Sunni morality. A Salafi woman, which means a Sunni woman, she can suckle a man with a beard. And this is true. Muhammad, if you remember, Muhammad in the hadith, a woman, she came to him, her name is Sahla bint Suhail, and she said to him that my husband is unhappy with the slaves we have in our house, a grown man who look at me in a dirty way. So what I shall do? What I shall do. And this is, by the way, this is sahih. The Muslim, they cannot say this is weak. You know the garbage they say to us always. So the woman, Sahla bint Suhail, she came to the Prophet and she said to him, I see in the face of Abu Hudayfa a displeasure. He is unhappy for having this guy in our house. He's a man. The Messenger of Allah said, the Messenger of Allah said, not the women, not the neighbor. This is God talking, because Muhammad, he speak always for God. When he make a rule, this is a God ruling. He said to her, okay, do for him breastfeeding. Breastfeed him. The woman, she said, what? How I can do breastfeeding for him when he is a growing man? Uh, if you go to the house of Shabir Ali, oh, forget Shabir Ali, Zakir Naik, or any Muslim cleric, and you are a stranger, based on the teaching of the Prophet, his wife, she have to give her boobs to you, and you have to suck it 10 different times until you are satisfied. And by the way, this is not only in the hadith, this was a verse in the Quran. If you remember, the goat ate the verse. Muhammad, he made that as a Quran from God. This is not just a hadith. But sadly, the goat, I don't believe, by the way, that the goat ate this verse. I believe the Muslims, they took it off because it's shameful. Uh, if we go in the hadith, we find this confirming the adult feeding, breastfeeding. Aisha, she said that the verses, as you see, it's a verse of a stoning to death and of a breastfeeding for adult 10 times, 10 times, which mean if you have a wife and you are a Muslim and you want Christian Prince to enter your house, you have to order your wife to give her boobs to Christian Prince 10 times to suck it in 10 different days, and he have to do it 10 times until he is satisfied. Not only like for 2 minutes. No, I have to be satisfied, otherwise it's not accepted, it's not halal. Hey guys, I'm going to visit Muhammad Hijab next week. Who is going to go with me? This is Islam. They give us a presentation and speeches about morality and conservative and our women and your women, but this is Islam. We cannot see a woman face, but we can suck her boobs. I mean, this is very conservative. Actually, I was thinking to open a project in Las Vegas, like I will open a drive-through suckling. Halal. Like we hire some good believing women in Islam, and we do drive-through suckling, and women, they give their nipples, and like you are in the car, and you make a lot of money. Halal, it's halal. They are strangers. They are going through, and the Prophet, he taught that, and this was a Quran. Actually, if you search right now for the fatwa for a breastfeeding for adult, you will find that the dean of the University of Al-Azhar, they find it. He made a fatwa about it. And the Muslims, they made a big fuss about it. Like, why are you talking about? What are you talking about? He said to them, shut up. This is what the Prophet said. This is what the Prophet said. And actually, even Aisha herself, she asked her sister to do suckling for anyone want to enter upon her. This is the fatwa and this is the issue. You can search it anyway in the net. But here speaking about Saudi Arabia, but the big fatwa is made by the dean of the University of Al-Azhar, the dean of the Hadith department. And when everybody accuse him, what are you talking about? The Muslims are ignorant, they do not know what this is. This is Islam. He said, then what's wrong with you? The Prophet, he ordered that. Even Aisha, she used to do breastfeeding by ordering her sister as a secretary, so people before they enter upon her, they have to suckle her sister boobs. Imagine visiting the wife of the Prophet at that time. How fun is going to be for many perverted men. Hmm? Do we have any Muslim? Notice until now we did not have one Muslim calling me. I don't know why. My Skype is on. In the book of Musnad Ahmad, let me see if I can find you the hadith in Musnad Ahmad. I don't know if this website have Musnad Ahmad. Not sure. Let us see. All right. Oh, we got in different hadith, but let us read this one. Aisha, by the way, she used to take a shower naked in the front of strangers. Read this hadith with me. Aisha brother narrated Abu Salama. Aisha brother and I went to Aisha and he asked her about the bath of the Prophet. She brought a pot containing about water and took a bath and poured over her. I mean, she want to show them how to do it. And between us and her, look, it says here, between us and her is a screen. What do you mean there is a screen? Are you showing them how to do it? So this is a screen you can see through, and she is teaching them how he used to take a bath. Who? The brother of Aisha and his friend. Let it go. Here, let us show you the hadith about Aisha ordering her sister to do breastfeeding. Here we go. And this is sahih. Before the Muslim, they say this is weak, this is da'if, as usual. You know them. This is sahih. Read with me. All right. Here they are talking about a breastfeeding for adult. And then it says here that Aisha, hence Aisha, may Allah pleased with her, used to ask the daughter of her sisters, the daughters of her sister, and the daughters of her brethren, to give him breastfeeding 5 times, whom Aisha wanted to see, and who wanted to visit her. Let me explain to you. You want to go and see Aisha and you are 30 years old. It is not principle for you to visit Aisha before you suck the boobs of her family females. She have many secretary and their boobs and they have no bra. You go inside the office, you put your head in their lap and you suckle. And you have to do it here. They said that this is abrogated. It was 10 times, but the Prophet he made it 5 times. But we cannot find the verse of 5 times in the Quran too. So you have to suck their boobs 5 times in order to see Her Majesty Aisha. Man, I'm so glad that Trump is not a Muslim. Otherwise, the White House will be lined up with men who want to suckle the sisters of Melania Trump. Trump, I want to see you. Trump, President Trump, I'm going to visit you tomorrow. President Trump, are you coming? Is the blondie girls waiting there for me? Can I take a date now? I want to go. And they say to us, Islam is a conservative religion. I mean, what kind of madness this madness is? To see the wife of the Prophet, you have to suckle the boobs of her sisters or the daughters of her sisters. And 5 times until you are satisfied. What does that satisfied mean? A man will never be satisfied until he have orgasm, maybe. Look, but Salama, she refused other wives of the prophets, she refused to allow anyone to visit them in the basis of such a breastfeeding unless it was given to the person when he was an infant, which means a baby. So Aisha was the only one practicing as Allah he said and as the Prophet said, that if you want to go over to see her, if you are a man, you have to suckle the boobs of her sisters. But by the way, he should suckle Aisha boobs, but Aisha, she come with a new solution. She cannot suckle everybody. So what we will do now, as long they are my sisters, okay, suckle my sisters, daughters, and that's it, as if you suckle from me. We're family. Do we have any Muslim? Let us go to something else. What about sex before marriage? We showed you that in Islam you can have a woman, you can touch her, you can play with her private parts, you can play with your private parts, you can kiss her, you can touch her breast and her whatever, and this is called lemon, which means it's not a big deal. But what about having sex for real? Muhammad, he made sex legalized without marriage. He called it muta, and this is in the Quran, chapter 24, verse number 4. Look what Muhammad said. Allah apostle said, if a man and a woman agree, and between two brackets it says temporarily marriage, the fact it does not say that, it's a lie. This is why it's between two brackets actually. Bingo, that's gone. If a man and a woman agree to have ishra is not marriage, to have sexual relationship, so we take off the marriage, sex. This is just sex, pure sex, no marriage, don't lie. That's why it says that, if any man and agree for what? Agree to do what? Read with me carefully. To have sex should last for 3 nights, and if they like to continue, they can do so, and if they want to separate, they can do so. And the Muslim, they call that mut'a, marriage. Mut'a in Arabic mean joy, specifically here sexual joy. لا لا ندو متعة. The mut'a is halal. It's so beautiful. You go in the elevator and you are a woman with you in the elevator. She is a believer in Allah. Beautiful believer, decent, very decent. Wearing hijab, burqa, I mean, 5 kilograms of makeup, 70 kilograms of perfume. And you say to her, sister, can we have mut'ah? She will say to you, oh, sorry, I don't do this stuff. How much you offer? You say, oh, you don't do it, but you're asking me how much? Yes, let us see, let us discuss. I don't know really how you look like. You are wearing hijab, so I don't know what is your price. Are you beautiful? She will say to you, very much beautiful. Oh, your voice look like a man. What happened now? No, sorry, very much beautiful. Okay, I will give you $25. $25? Are you crazy? Zakir Naik, he paid me 35 last night. What's wrong with you? Let us go to Zakir Naik and ask him about this situation. Remember, Zakir Naik will not answer the phone unless it rings 3 times. This is Islamic. Everything 3 times. Assalamu alaikum. Christian Prince, I told you 1 billion times, don't call me. I am not the only Muslim in the world. Leave me alone. Brother, but just we have a question. Just one question about the Prophet said if a man and a woman they agree to have sex together, they can do that for 3 days, 3 nights, and if they like to extend, they can extend. Can you explain to us? What is the problem? Other example. You are going to the mall and you see someone, see the beautiful and see the decent woman and see it wearing hijab. Nobody can see her skin. Very decent women. How you can see her skin? She will not allow you. So you say to her, I will do mut'a. Mut'a simply is a way of doing sexuality without being caught by the law. Oh, so you are saying we can have sex and we will not be punished? Absolutely. So you say to her, I will do mut'a with you. And if she agree, and she agree about the amount of the money she will give and you will receive, simply you have a contract. But be careful. First of all, you have to say exactly how much the money you will pay her. Secondly, you have to make it clear how long you are going to do bang bang bing bong together. And if you agree, it is a principle. And please stop calling me. Call Zakir Naik, my brother. Thank you. This is Islam. This is Islam. If we go to try to understand the mut'ah, we will find this. What is mut'ah? What is mut'ah? Guys, is the text clear? Or it's so small? Let us see if we can make it. No, this website, the problem with this website, if you zoom in, it make it big, but make it the page, all of it goes out of control. It's smaller. What we can do. Mut'a is a type of marriage used same way as permanent marriage, nikah. This is the Muslim opinion, by the way, not me. That is a lie. In order to make man and women physically halal, you see, physically halal. It's about physically to each other. A mut'a is temporary marriage that end at fixed period, which mean If a man he said to a woman, I want to have bang bang bing bong with you for 3 hours, when the 3 hours is over, there's no need for a divorce. There's no divorce in muta marriage. It's not a marriage because it's a sex contract. They call it marriage. Read with me carefully. Muta is a type of nikah until an agreed time, and it can be for a day, 2 days, for a month, or a year, or 3 years, etc. Still, it's muta. You can hire a woman for 3 years just for sex. And this is the reference, Sunan Ibn Majah. Let us see if we can find the reference in the sunnah.com. Hmm. Ta, 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 ta. Where is? Look like it's going to take forever to find it. It's okay, forget it. It's there anyway. It's all right. It's all right. Imam an-Nawawi, in his commentary of Sahih Muslim, relied the definition of muta advanced by Imam of Ahl Sunnah al-Qadi, etc., Qadi Ayyad. The scholars, ulama means scholars, agree that muta is a nikah in which the husband and the wife do not inherit from each other, and separation would took place on completion on the specific time without talaq. Talaq means divorce. Do you see what muta now? So if you agree with the women, we will have sex for 3 hours, and the 3 hours is over, there's no divorce. Number two, what if the man he hire a woman to have sex with her to do muta and he die? The woman, she would not inherit, because it simply is this is prostitution. Or what Muhammad he did, he just legalized prostitution. You can hire a woman for sex. You know what I mean? This is Islam. That is Islam. How you can do muta? The reality of the muta that a marriage performed with the women, words added in, like, you know, you have to say like you have to say you have to make it clear, I marry you muta for sex for 10 days. If you say that and she agrees, she said I agree, and then you said to her, I want to pay you $10. If she agree, that's it. That is the muta. All right. So for example, a man shall say, shall remain as my wife for a month, and I shall have nikah muta with you for a year. The parties themselves act as witness. It occur in the presence of wali or witnesses, or without them, which means he can do it with any woman alone. Even if there's nobody, you go to a woman, you say, I want to bang bang with you. How much you charge me for 2 hours? She agree, you agree. This is halal. Very open-minded religion, brother. Do you see it? Contracting the muta, just like the nikah, both require a specific word to make the contract halal. This magical word. There's magical. Both type of marriage have dower. What dower? It's the money you pay for sex. What dower? The difference between the muta and the nikah, that there is no specific time scale, or why like a time or a scale necessarily. What type of women you can contract muta with? Same. You can any woman. Just you agree. Okay. Yeah. This is Islam, including watermelon. Don't forget. Yeah. I don't know what to show you. Yeah, by the way, one of the funny things, Muslims believe if you have sex with your wife during the Hajj, that will not be principle for you. But if you have sex with an animal, your Hajj is still accepted. Your Hajj still accepted. We can show you tons of reference, my friend, if you are a Muslim, in the front of your eyes. But the funny, Muslims are not calling, you know. بدائع الصنائع في ترتيب الشرائع for the Sheikh and the Imam Abu Bakr Mas'ud. It says, let us zoom in. Oh boy. Let us show you what we are talking about. I don't know why Muslims are not calling. I mean, why? What the problem? What is the problem? ولو وطأ بهيمة لا يفسد حجه ولا كفار عليه. If a man he have sexual intercourse with an animal during the Hajj, his Hajj is still accepted by Allah, and he should not do any sacrifice, because the purpose of this nikah is not marriage, or it is with animal. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Maybe my voice is not coming. Hold on. Look like always when I open my Skype, I have to switch. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, my friend, you are calling me to say something, Mr. Fatima?
Yeah, I just want to thank you because the advertisement for your channel was muslima.com and I can find my wife. Thank you.
Oh, okay. And that's it? Muslima.com. All right. I'm so happy for you, my friend, that you found your four wives. What do you mean I find my wife? And what do you mean, you would do nikah every day with muta? As you see here, it says, وَلَوْ وَطَأَ بَهِيمَ لَا يَفْسَدُ الْحَجْ لَا يَفْسَدُ الْحَجْ. If you have sexual intercourse with an animal, your Hajj is accepted. As simple as that. I mean, obviously, this is a very open-minded religion. What kind of rules this rules is? Let us continue. So having sexual, if he had sexual intercourse with an animal, that would not make his Hajj void. The sixth example of the sin immorality, pedophilia and bestiality and necrophilia, can be performed while the one is fasting. It was narrated by Ahmad that a man came that feared that he would be ejaculate while he was fasting. Ahmad said, which means Imam Ahmad. What I see that he can release semen without ruin his fast. He can masturbate using his hand or the hand of his wife or the hand of a slave girl. Amma here is slave girl. Whether it is be a girl or a little child. What? A girl or little child? Hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's a good religion. Yep. And then he says, she can masturbate for him using her hand, and if she was non-believer, he can sleep with her. I mean, look at these rules. So supposedly now he's fasting, and then when he's fasting, you cannot have sex, right? Okay, so now we have to come with a solution. By the way, if you read really details, I'm just giving you the headline. You can get my book, which is called Sex and Allah. It's 2 volumes, volume number 1 and volume number 2. You will go crazy. This is just a headline. If she is not a believer, he can sleep with her without releasing his semen. If he release it in her, so he can have orgasm, but not in her. And this is supposedly is not sex. It became, if we do that, you know, it become impermissible. Sex with animals. Here, they are giving you the reference, Fatwa of Al-Qadi Khan, page number 820. He said, sex with animal, dead people and masturbation does not invalidate one fast provided ejaculation does not occur. No comment. No comment. Let it go. 7 example of the Sunni morality. The permissibility of a praying behind a drunken person. Let it go. 8 example of Sunni morality. Permissibility to pay women for sex without fear of Islamic punishment. Let us see what he's saying here. Al-Bukhari, volume number 5, book number 58, number 188, narrated Amr ibn Maymun. During the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, I saw a monkey. This is a different topic here. He's jumping into this. Let us see. Yeah, I saw a she monkey surrounded by a number of monkeys, and they were stoning it because it had committed illegal sexual intercourse. A second ago, you were saying to me you can have sex with a mule or a donkey or a goat, and it is a principle. And now the monkeys are practicing Sharia law, and they are stoning a female monkey because she committed adultery. Okay, hold on. This is a very conservative Muslim monkey. We have to admit, come on, here we go. We got busted. You say to me Muslims are not conservative. Monkeys are conservatives. Muslim monkeys. Read with me. And this is Sahih Bukhari, brother. During the pre-Islamic period of ignorance, the Muslims, they say that the pre-Islamic period is the time of ignorance. That's what they call it, when the fact is the opposite, as you see. Pre-Islamic period of ignorance, I saw a she monkey. Brother, I swear by Allah. I swear by Allah. I saw a she monkey, and she was surrounded by a number of monkeys. They were all stoning it because it had committed illegal sexual intercourse. I too stoned it along with them, brother. The guy, he saw the monkeys, who they are Muslim monkeys from Taliban, stoning the female monkey because she committed adultery. I do, brother, me myself, I joined them and I did stone the monkey. But guys, this is not the story. The story is more details. If you have my books, you will see the story in details. But just to make it simple for you, what happened in the story. According to the Muslim story, this filthy female monkey, which is cheating on her husband, Mr. Chimpanzee. How disgusting. Her husband, Mr. Chimpanzee, was sleeping and she had her head over his arm. Look how beautiful and romantic. You're a monkey, chimpanzee, and you have a beautiful chimpanzee sleeping next to you on your arm. Me, I miss my jungle. And then another chimpanzee, he came to her from behind the tree and he said to her, show me, answer me, mute me, take me, you know. And the monkey, she could not resist that new chimpanzee who was saying to her, answer me, huh, show me. For sure he was asking her to show her something, you know. So the monkey who was behind the tree, he showed her a banana. Don't go dirty, okay? I'm talking about a normal banana. So it was a big banana, and then the monkey, she could not resist that. I mean, this is impossible. It's very hard to resist. So the female monkey, she took the hand of her husband, Mr. Chimpanzee, from her, and she goes slowly behind the tree and she had sex with the other chimpanzee, and they finish. And then she came back and look what happened. MashaAllah, brother, MashaAllah. The husband here is very smart, Mr. Chimpanzee. When the female monkey, by the way, if a Muslim is saying to me I'm lying, get me, call me, and I will show you the story. I will make you read it. I will make you read it. I will force you to read it. Please, please. When the female monkey came back, she slipped back in her husband's arm as if nothing happened. I mean, this is why, guys, if your wife, she go to the kitchen and she came back and she sleep as nothing happened, I advise you to investigate from now on. Now look what the Mr. Chimpanzee he did. When his wife, she came and she slept over his arm, he did not notice, but then he did a sniff. What the heck is that? Smell like a sperm of a man. Sorry, a chimpanzee. He sniffed her. He sniffed her private part. You know, monkeys, they do that. And right away he started screaming, which means Allahu Akbar, Takbir. And all the monkeys, they came and they said, like, what's up? What's up? What's up? He said, my wife, she was sleeping around. You know, and the other chimpanzee who stepped with his wife, he ran away. The wife, she tried to hide behind the tree, but they got her. They put her in the middle, and the big chimpanzee, Sheikh Shabir Ali, he said, I judge you by Allah law to be stoned to death for adultery. And now all the Muslims, all the Muslim monkeys start stoning the monkey, and the Muslim guy, he was walking by, it happened, you know, things happen in the Middle East. I mean, all those things happen. He was walking by and he saw the monkey being stoned, and he decided to share with them the blessing of stoning the filthy female monkey. I too stoned it along with them. My friend, I guarantee you that when you saw that, you were stoned. You did not stone the monkey, you are stoned. Too much hashish. Oh boy. So if you are a chimpanzee and you ever think to talk to me, don't ever think that you can cheat on me. For sure, if you are a chimpanzee believer in Allah and you say Shahada, even, by the way, don't be surprised, the Quran says that animals are Muslims. Yes, the Quran says even Allah, He gave them book and they did not they did not, I mean, they did not break any law of Allah. They are very conservative. Look what the Quran says. But you might be surprised. I mean, why the Muslim thinking that the monkeys are doing stoning? Because simply the Quran says that all of them, they are Muslims, and even Allah will judge them in the judgment day. Chapter of Al-An'am, which means chapter of animals, chapter number 6. Muhammad said, no creature is there crawling on earth, no bird flying with wings, but they are nations like you. We have neglected nothing in the book. Then their Lord shall master. Actually, this translation is stupid. It says, Ila rabbihum yuhsharun. So all of them, all of those nations, they have a book and they never neglected anything of the book. And in the judgment day, all of them, they will be taken to court. Hello?
Baby, it's General Han Solo.
Hey, my friend, how are you?
I'm good, Mike. God bless you.
What do you want to say to us?
Just keep up the good work, my friend.
Thank you very much. Right.
God bless, my friend.
Take care. Please call us only if you have something to say, especially if you are a Muslim. There is not a moving living creature on earth, nor bird that fly with two wings. I'm so glad with two wings. But our communities like you, we have neglected nothing of the book, and then their Lord, they shall gather it. So animals in the judgment day, they are going to be gathered. Actually, Muhammad, he claimed that Allah in the judgment day he will judge between two goats. One have a horn and one does not have a horn. Hello?
Brother,
Hey, my friend, how are you?
I'm fine. By the way, I'm a Christian. I was, you know, the verse that you showed about having sex with dead animal and dead people. I would like to know, is it only a fatwa or is it inspired from the
No,
Quran?
this is a hadith, and in the interpretation of the hadith is speaking about that.
Okay, which hadith?
This is Sahih al-Bukhari. Sorry, Sahih Muslim, sorry.
Okay,
And the interpretation is in the done by the Imam an-Nawawi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. About the fact that Muslim can do muta, I would like to know also, what if a woman decide to do muta with a man, and after, let's say, they do it for 3 days, and after 2 days, the woman don't feel like doing muta anymore? What happens?
No, she have to keep with the agreement, because if the agreement says 3 days, that's it. She have her for 3 days.
Yeah, I know, but what if she doesn't feel anymore?
It doesn't matter. That's it. You agree for 3 days. He have to use you. It's like renting a car. The car cannot go home to the office again by itself. He have to let you go. You can go only after the time is up. There's no divorce. There's no divorce. This is not a marriage. This is a contract for sex. He paid you because he and she, they agree about the money and the time. So she cannot say I don't want it.
Okay.
And he have to pay her immediately when the time is up. All right.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So both of them, they are required to fulfill the agreement. So he have to pay. His duty is to pay. Her duty is to take off her panty for that period of time. All right.
Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. Do we have any Muslim on a call? Now, I'm not going to stay longer, and I'm not going to keep this video in my channel. If you like it, you download it and you share it around. I will leave it maybe until tomorrow, and after that it's going to disappear. I just wanted to share this with you because many of you have a wrong understanding. And by the way, I just said nothing, honestly. What is in this cult is beyond imagination of disgusting. Do you see it here? The 9 example of Sunni morality, Fatwa Abu Hanifa. It's a principality of having sex with one mother. Do you see it? And he is giving you the reference. So we can continue with the madness of this cult. And nothing there but disgusting teaching. The caliphate, all of them, they were gays and homo. Muhammad himself, there's tons of reference that Muhammad, he was not a normal man. Look what happened here as an example. When Ali attacked Amr ibn al-As, and Amr ibn al-As is the one who made Egypt Islamic country. He became the king of Egypt later. When Amr ibn al-As and Ali, they have a fight. Ali almost win the fight and almost he killed him. So what Ibn al-As he did, Amr ibn al-As, he showed his anus to Ali. So let us make it simple for you. Those are the leaders of Islam. Those are not a joke. Those are the best of Muslims. Ali is fighting with Umar, and Ali almost want to kill Amr ibn al-As. Amr ibn al-As, he take off his clothes and bend over, showing his anus, and that made Ali turn his face, and this is how this man protected himself from death. So look what the caliphate he said. It's reported that Muawiyah, he said to his beloved commander, he said, you should shower praise to Allah on Allah and that black anus that saved your life today. Looked like everybody was watching. Do you see it? You should shower praises to Allah. Actually in Arabic it doesn't say that. You should say praise Allah and praise your anus. And here they're trying to make it more like legitimate because it was an insult to Allah too. Praise be to Allah and to your anus, because this is what save your life. I mean, can you find better, more moral religion than this? No comment. So guys, was it a good topic? Actually, there's a hadith about Aisha. She used to decorate. Let me see if I can find the hadith in English. Aisha, she used to decorate her slaves, which means she put nice clothes on them, makeup, like, you know, sexy clothes, and she sent them in that between the men of Quraysh, so they follow them to her house, so she sleep with the men. Let us see if I can find it. We cannot find it in English, but we can find it still in Arabic. No problem. In English, no problem. Okay. All right, here we go. The book Ahadith al-Ahkam al-Musannaf, the writer, this is one of the source, there's tons of source. The book of al-Musannaf, the book of effing. ما قالوا في الجارية تشوف ويطاف بها. What they said about a slave girl is going to be showed off, which means you show it to people and you go around with her to do something. Let us see. They said حدثنا أبو بكر. Abu Bakr, he said, from Waqia and al-Ala and Ammar, that etc. that said that أن عائشة أنها شوفت جارية وطافت بها وقالت لعلنا نصطاد بها شباب قريش. That Aisha, she decorated a slave girl and she made her go around and she said to herself, maybe we can hunt some of the young men of Quraysh. If Aisha is doing that, I remember Aisha herself, she was accused by Muslims that she had sexual intercourse with a guy, his name is Safwan, and then Muhammad, he fabricated a verse saying it, Allah, he sent me a verse says Aisha, she did not do so. So hello.